Testing. Why does this do this? Now I'm upside down. I'm upside down, baby. Why am I upside down on the camera lens? So a thumbs down, really a thumbs up. Hey, there I am. Alright, so here we are on day 2 of Find the Queen. I was out here yesterday and I went through the green hive and I went through every frame on that hive twice and I didn't find the queen. What I did find were a bunch of queen cells. I found a lot of queen cups that have larvae in them, and the bees were actually putting royal jelly in them, so those were going to become queen cells. And because I could not find the queen, again, the goal was to find the queen and remark her so that she would be easier to find, but because I did not find the queen, I actually had to split that hive. So now we actually have a brand new orange hive in the apiary. I had to take the medium box that was on the green hive and move it over to its own hive. I just did a walk-away split, grabbed the medium super, moved it over, double-checked it for a queen, did not find one, but it had like 8 queen cells in it. So that hive is doing its own thing right now. The bees have been foraging. They've been coming back with nectar and pollen. There's guard bees out front, so I don't think I have to worry too much about that. So today we're going to do an update on the Flow Hive. And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to get down to the bottom 2 boxes and look for the queen. But before we do that, let me take a look around the back and show you what the bees have been up to. They are filling this Flow Super. Go ahead and get inside and have a look. This is what the bees are doing. They are finding tons of nectar out there. Now in Georgia, at least in my part of Georgia, the flow has started. We've got wisteria on the trees. All the blooming trees are blooming. Flowers are coming up. My gladiolas are even coming up by the lake. So we are in a flow. And I do not want to disturb the bees in this flow hive. But I do need to find the queen. All right, let's let the girls know I'm coming. Hi, ladies. Let's hope that we find the queen. Hey, ladies. I'm not even going to disturb you in there. Now we're going to take a quick jaunt through this box just to make sure. Well, first thing we're going to do is cover this box back up and then run up and get my frame holder. See, running back and forth stinks. I have a solution coming for that. Be right back. Here we go. Quick look in this box. Make sure that we don't have a queen in here. I would hate for the queen to be here and laying in the flow hive. That would be no good. We're drawing out comb. We're drawing out comb everywhere. Storing nectar. See no brood whatsoever. And that's what I want to see. No brood whatsoever in this frame. Because last time we never found the queen. We just assumed she was in the bottom box because that's where all the eggs were. Perfect. The last thing I want to find up here is an egg, a larva, capped brood, a queen cell. But so far, just nectar and a lot of it. These bees are making quick work of this foundation. Everything is drawn out. And they're just starting to draw that out. There's nothing on that one, so I'm going to say that there's absolutely no evidence of laying or queen in this medium super, which means that when I put the queen excluder on last week, it was the right thing to do. No. Right. So now, let's move this box. Let's move this queen excluder over to the other side, because the last thing we want is for our queen to go down into this box. Okay. It's the Leaning Tower of Disaster, but we're going to leave it there. And we're going to check this box. We'll move it out of the way and check the other box. Let's see if we can find our queen. Freshly drawn out comb. We do. I see honey. We have nectar and we have pollen. Lots of it. There's no brood on this frame. The goal again: find that queen. The game show. Find the queen, and we do not want any. Holy moly! Look at that queen cell. Oh, they got a queen cell going. Son of a gun. Now we really need to find the queen. Anybody with a queen cell is going to live on the outside. Oh, more queen cells. Look at this. Son of a gun. Why are you doing this, girls? Why do you have plenty of space? Plenty of space. I may put you up in that other hive. You may go to the orange hive. At least there's no queen cells on this one that I can see on this side. Right, Your Highness, where are you? No brood, no eggs. Storing nectar here. Right, the queen is here. She's going to be down in that bottom box. Hey, guard bee, I see you. I see you looking at me. I'm not here to hurt you, buddy. Don't sting me. Okay, we have pollen, nectar, no brood. Okay, lots of honey. There's honey all over this frame. These girls are bringing it in. The question is there a queen on this frame? And I do not see her. Okay, so the queen is not in this box. But what is in this box are 3 frames with swarm cells on them. The question is, what am I going to do with these 3 frames? What am I going to do with these 3 frames? What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this box for now. I'm going to set these girls down right here. We're going to look for the queen. A lot of bees in here. Ladies. Tons of resources. Tons of nectar. Tons of pollen. Another queen cup. Right down here in the bottom. Monster one. First thing I'm going to do right now, I've heard that these guard bees on me, they're wanting to get me in the hands. So I've heard that when you have a swarm like I had the other day, and that was a big swarm, that sometimes multiple hives swarm and multiple queens are found in that swarm. So the question is, could that have happened? Oh, this is a full frame of brood. This is beautiful. Look at that. Look at this. And we have many, many, many more queen cells down at the bottom. These girls are determined to fly. There are a ton of bees in this hive, though. I can see why they want to swarm. Yeah, saved you from dying there, bee. Don't sting me. Another queen cup. Maybe I'm not finding my queens because they're not laying. They're not exhibiting queen behavior. So I'm having a harder time picking them out. Usually they just kind of blunder along the frame, dragging their abdomen behind them, laying eggs. I'm not seeing any of that. Leave that queen cell. A couple of guards that are on me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Another packed frame of brood. And honey. And pollen. Oh, more queen cups. See resources on here. No brood. There's some drones. Ah, there she is. We got her. We got her. Right. How am I going to put this here? We're going to mark her. 2019 color. White. Go, Queenie. Go. We have a queen. We're going to leave her in there to dry for a moment. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange this box. Queen cells are coming off. I need a couple of deeps that are not drawn. Okay. There you go. There's your highness. You walk around with your white dot on you. So I know where you are. You are going to live right here for a moment. All right. That makes me very happy that we just found that queen. Now we're going to go through here and we're going to remove any swarm cells that we find. None there. None there. Right. Let's check this one. Okay. Sure we don't have any swarm cells or queen cups. In this frame, we do not. All right. So now, hey, I'm sorry, bee. Hey, stop going after my hands. Stop going after my fingers. Okay, now let's put this hive back together. First, I'm going to do some maintenance. This is bound to make some bees angry. I do not want any queen cups or queen cells in this hive. Now, we know that we have queen cells and queen cups on this one. Let's the last one. Resources. That's it. Okay, now the queen is coming back home, back in here. There she is. Down in there, Queenie. Here you go. Right back down in your home. Stay in there and do what it is that you do. We're going to give these girls some more space. Now, here's your new, all that space, no need to swarm box. There you go. Our queen excluder back on. Let's throw a medium up in here. Oh, that's heavy. Now I've got this box with a lot of queen cells in it. I've got a brand new orange hive that the queens have not hatched yet. These bees are going in the orange hive. That's going to be a slamming hive when it's all done. So let's move them over there. This box is heavy with resources, heavy with queen cells. Actually, let's look here. Yep. And as soon as a queen hatches out in this box, I will remove one of these mediums. There we go. Yet more room for you. Sorry. Sorry, bee. I'm going to chop you in half. Success. Beautiful. Oh, that was a 1 or 6. She was supposed to be a 9. That queen is the wrong color. She was supposed to be green. Now she's white. Oh well. Doesn't matter to me. All right, girls, there you are. I hope you don't want to swarm now. Your population has been reduced. Your queen has been marked. All the queen cells are gone, and you have more space. Success! We did it. Today we managed to do what we could not do yesterday. We found the queen. Unlike the green box where the queen was hiding from me yesterday, or maybe she doesn't exist. I don't know if she's even in there. I couldn't find her. Today we found the queen in the yellow hive. So we did look at the flow system. We saw the bees storing honey in the flow hive, and we saw that they've got the comb drawn out everywhere, and they're also storing nectar everywhere else in that hive, both in the medium supers and in the brood chamber, and that may be why they were getting ready to swarm, because they were honey bound, bee bound. They had a lot of stuff going on down at the bottom there. But today we did find the queen, and we painted her white. She should have been painted green because she's last year's queen. My marker said 1 or a 6. I looked at it upside down, thought it said 1 or a 9. Anyways, we have a white queen in that box, so good times. Something else that we found in that box were a bunch of swarm cells. The medium super was packed with them. There were probably 10-15 swarm cells in that entire box between the medium and the deep in the brood chamber, and all of the queen cells that were in the deep, I scraped those off and pinched them. Those are gone. All of the queen cells that were in the medium, I left those, moved those over to the orange hive. Now we have a Franken hive in the orange hive, which is half green, half orange. There are probably some bees battling and fighting in there right now, but eventually I think they're going to do just fine. I don't do those splits where you put paper. I just kind of slam them together, and it's worked last year, and so far it's worked this year. The purple hive is doing fine, and I did the same thing with the purple hive. So I think that's going to be fine. But overall, the yellow hive, the flow hive, was packed with resources. Not only do they have a lot of pollen, they have a ton of honey. They're storing honey like gangbusters in there. I think they were really packing it to the point where they had nowhere else to go. So the queen thought she was overwhelmed, and I think she wanted to swarm. But I think we've solved that problem, because now on the yellow hive we have a deep with the queen, all of her brood, and we also have an empty medium. I removed the medium, again, made the orange hive, but put a medium super with empty frames on top of that brood chamber, then the queen excluder. So she's got plenty of room to grow. I don't think she's going to want to swarm now. If she does swarm, there's nothing I can do about it. I've done everything that I know to do outside of taking that queen out of that box and putting her in another box and making her think that she swarmed. The only problem with that is I don't really want to have more than 6 hives. I've got 6 hives now, so that's pretty much my limit. I have a friend up the street who wants me to put some hives on his property. I may have to do that this summer, because I know that red hive is wanting to split. I could actually probably just take the bees out of that red hive and give him the red hive, start me a new red hive with nicer bees in it. And we'll see. So with all that said, I want to thank you for stopping by to watch the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you don't like the video, don't hit the dislike button. Some of you do, and that's fine. I mean, it's going to happen. But just leave me a comment. Let me know what you didn't like, and yeah, maybe we can address it. I don't know really what we can do, because, I mean, we're looking at bees, right? And there's a lot of other bee channels out there. If you don't like me, you know, there's plenty more to look at. But I hope you stay here. But with that said, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, ring the bell, and that's all out of order, but you know what I'm talking about. And by all means, if you know somebody who likes bees or just wants to see some guy learning about bees getting stung all the time, hey, this is your channel. Send them over here, and I would really appreciate if you shared the videos. So with that said, I want to thank you, and I will see you next time. Be safe. Here's the angry bee. It wants me. I could. I don't want to do that. If it stings me, it'll die, but no need to kill it if I don't have to. It's just guarding its hive. Hey. Hey, go away. Away. Yeah, I see you there. Looks like I'm doing yoga. Like a tree in the wind. Woo! Peace. You think they know that all of their swarm cells are gone?